Investing in youth is crucial for shaping the future of societies. By empowering young generations, we can drive social and economic progress. This is why the Oyo State government, under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde, has from inception noted the need to fuse in youth into the system. Today, the government stands out as one that has more youth in the system, helping to build a better Nigeria. The likes of the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, Honorable Wasilat Adegoke, Seun Fakorede, Victor Olojede, Michael Ogushino, Prince Adebowale Falana, and a host of others have brought in their wealth of experience, using it to create more representative and responsive governance structures that address the needs and aspirations of the young generation. The 2025 Oyo State Youth Summit is another testament to the unity that exists in having capable hands bridging the gap between the youth and the government. Hundreds of youth from across the country have converged at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, for the eye-opening summit. The Commissioner for Youth and Sport, Ms. Wasilat Adegoke, mounts the rostrum first. She lauded the Governor Makinde administration for implementing policies and initiatives that have impacted positively on youth in the state, knowing that the future of the state lies in the hands of its teeming young people. Adegoke charged youth to take ownership of their lives, unlock their potentials by being proactive, innovative, and ready to impact their communities.
Our state has witnessed a standard perspective shift in youth empowerment, with initiatives that have positively impacted our lives, people's lives, especially the youth of the state. The lives of thousands of youth in our dear state. Governor Seyi Makinde administration has prioritized youth development, recognizing that the future of our state lies in the hands of our young people.
Other speakers who spoke on the summit theme, Unlocking Youth Potential, addressing needs, fulfilling dreams, also harped on the need for government to realize that for any nation to prosper economically, it must create entrepreneurs, be committed to education of its young people, and must take production seriously.
And based on what the governor has said today, I'm telling you, there is hope for the youth in the country. You know, what can you do? What can you produce? So if you can produce something, it's always about productivity.
The team says that we should unlock our potentials. So part of the potentials that we have are God-given talents, that we should try and exhibit it and make sure that we bring out our entrepreneurial skills. And I believe with that, that is going to help us to have a better community.
Governor Makinde, in his address to the young minds seated, urged them to be productive. He declared that his administration will continue to give youth in the state the platforms and opportunities to unlock their potentials.
Economic prosperity will not come except we have entrepreneurs, except we have our people educated, and except we backed it up with intensive production. And I give you the assurance that Oyo State will lead the charge. We will give you the opportunity to unlock your potential.
He further gave a practical illustration on how he became an entrepreneur to boost their morale.
October 1990, I left here, not up to 1 kilometer from where I am standing today, before UI main gates. Opposite it, you have, it used to be Bende line at that time. My father dropped me at 7 o'clock in the morning. I entered the Bende line, going to Port Harcourt for my youth service. And I had one bag I think there's one trouser inside that bag, about 2 t-shirts, maybe 1 or 2 books. My toilet bag, that was it. That was how I left Ibadan. And I became a billionaire before I left Port Harcourt to come back here. So if I can do it, given the right encouragement, the right opportunity, the right environment, you can do it also.
Highlight of the summit was when Governor Makinde, who was given an award of Lifetime Achievement in Governance, also presented different categories of awards to his Chief of Staff, Otumba Segun Ogunwuye, Senior Special Assistant on Special Duties, Ms. Lolade Ajibola, Managing Director of Bovis Oil and Gas Limited, Dr. Mrs. Victoria Sampson, Mr. Mustafa Iskilo, popularly known as Arojile, and Mrs. Bukumi Adiagai-Lori, among others. I'll close this piece with the words of Malcolm X. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde is truly preparing the youth for the future.
Something, be your brother's keeper. If you see something, say something. The security of life and property is a collective responsibility. If you see something, say something by calling 615 and the emergency response team will be there. Or call 090 7449 1249 or visit Oyo State Crime Alert platform.
Islamic terminology, Hajj is a pilgrimage made to the Kaaba, the house of Allah, in the sacred city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. The Hajj is an annual practice when Muslim brotherhood is on display and their solidarity with fellow Muslim people and submission to Allah is fulfilled. It is taken by Muslims to cleanse their souls of all worldly sins, which connotes both the outward act of a journey after death and the inward act of good intentions. Over the years, for preparation for pilgrims, the state's Pilgrims Welfare Board Muslim Wing is responsible for organizing and facilitating the Hajj, ensuring a smooth and seamless experience for pilgrims. When close to the time of departure for the intending pilgrims, the board organizes lectures and workshops for pilgrims to prepare them spiritually for the Hajj. This gathering is the farewell ceremony for the Oyo State 2025 intending pilgrims to Saudi Arabia at the Hajj camp Olodo Ibadan. The chairman, Oyo State Pilgrims Welfare Board Muslim Wing, Sheikh Atere, and other speakers appreciated Governor Makinde for his unprecedented developmental strides and continuous support to the Muslim community and the board towards a smooth 2025 Hajj exercise, while charging the intending pilgrims not to use the Hajj operations for social visit or tourist adventure, but as what it is, one of the pillars of Islam. They urged them to be good ambassadors of the state.
Àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ tí wọ́n jẹ́ Mùsùlùmí tí wọ́n rán èèyàn kan péré tówó tí wọ́n sì lè fi rán èèyàn 50 wà. Tọ́lọ́run bá wá ṣàánú wa nígbà gómìnà yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ tìjọba tán tí wọ́n dúró tì wá wọ́n tún wá ní lápò ara àtàwọn náà. Kódà gómìnà wọ́n tún ní wọ́n ránṣẹ́ sí mi pé èèyàn méjì kan tún wà nílẹ̀. Èèyàn méjì kan tún wà nílẹ̀. Àwọn mẹ́ta kan tún ti yọjú. Bí ó ṣe ń yọjú ọ̀gá òsinmi wọ́n ní ọ̀dà ẹ̀yin náà lọ gbogbo wọn dẹ̀ ń lọ lọ́ndẹ̀ sí rọrùn.
Mo ṣe chairman Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs nígbà tí mo wà ní Senate mo sì lọ gbogbo àwọn ìlú káàkiri Northern State, Southern State tí wọ́n wà ní tí wọ́n ń lérò aláàjì Etí mò ń rí ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí ní Ọ̀yọ́ state wàláhì alukùránì ń gbọ́ mi rí rẹ́rì wàláhì. So kí ló tún kù tó yẹ ká ṣe? Ó yẹ ká mọ̀ ni. Tá a bá dé Mọ́kà ẹ jẹ́ ká pe Ọlọ́run. Tá a bá ti pe Ọlọ́run fún ẹ ní sábàbí a ní láti pe Ọlọ́run lórí ara wa torí pé yóò kúkú fi èyí náà yóò fi gbàdúrà tiwa náà. Ẹ má jẹ́ ajá lọ́hùn o.
Giving an update on the ongoing upgrade of the airport to international standard, Governor Makinde said the project has been progressing well and has become a reality that will impact the economy of the state positively. He added that his administration has made huge progress on infrastructure development across the state, noting that the ongoing Ibadan Circular Road and the reconstructed Olodo Bridge will complement the government's efforts on the Hajj Camp project.
Yeah, we've made some progress. Lórí infrastructure ní Ọ̀yọ́ State. A few years back, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ wá sí camp níbí, sí Hajj camp, you only have one major road láti ọ̀nà tó ń lọ sí Ìwó iná ní oníkan. But today, even though àti ìṣe ọ̀nà àkànṣe clear ẹ̀ ni, tẹ́ bá bọ́ síta ń bì tẹ́ turn right, the circular road á gbé yín dé Bàdékù láti ẹ̀yìn bí nígbà tí lọ sí Ìwó road kẹ́ gba ọ̀nà Ifẹ̀ máa lọ sí Bàdékù mọ́. We can turn right níbí, the essence circular road ni. Ẹ lè turn right níbí náà á sì gbé yín dé Mọ́níyà. I still went to the airport about maybe 2 days ago, and iṣẹ́ tọ́lọ́run ti parí ni. I can say boldly, because mo mú lẹ́tà lọ sí Abuja ní ọ̀la o. Kí ni mo dẹ̀ kọ sínú lẹ́tà yẹn? Hajj operation next year. Ibi ni wọ́n ti gbéra.
The governor equally charged intending pilgrims to follow laid down rules and avoid any act capable of tarnishing the image of the state and that of their respective families.
As they are praying for themselves in the Holy Land, they should also remember to pray for our state and for our country. And I also implore them to be good ambassadors of the state.
With this parting message, the Talk and Do Governor Seyi Makinde has declared that intending pilgrims performing the 2026 Hajj in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia will be airlifted directly from the Ladoke Akintola International Airport, Alakia, Ibadan. The project has begun and it is fast taking shape. Residents and indeed everyone are eagerly waiting and praying for the successful completion of this huge and memorable project to ease the burden of going to Lagos to board international flights.
Everybody hands up! Get on the floor! Now!
Emergencies can happen anytime and anywhere. What would you do? How would you protect your family when it's just you and your family at the most critical moment of the night? What would you do in times when fire is everywhere? When nature is at its worst and things are beyond your control? Who do you call? You can call the Oyo State Citizens Inquiry number 615. Call is free at any time and the emergency response team would be there to rescue you. The security of life and property is a topmost pillar of priority to the government of Oyo State. The Oyo State's Governor, His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, says a big thank you for your support to keeping the Payseta State safe and secure.
In another development, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, shortly after bidding farewell to the Hajj 2025 pilgrims, played host to the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 11, comprising Oyo and Osun States, AIG Alfred Kokotu, and his office at the Governor's Office Secretariat, Agodi Ibadan, the state capital. AIG Kokotu, in a speech, applauded the various support the Oyo State Police Command had been enjoying under the administration of Governor Makinde, including the regular donations of security vehicles. He promised not to disappoint the government and the people of the state, adding that relevant stakeholders' engagement are ongoing between the Oyo and Osun states, with a view to finding lasting solutions to the boundary dispute issue.
So I'm so happy, I'm glad, I'm proud to be here, and I promise my governor that I will not disappoint you. Anything that you want, my police will survive without the cooperation of the governor, and he has been doing that to him, and I pray that God will continue to bless you. Amen. God will uplift you. Amen.
Governor Makinde, in his response, lauded the Nigeria police for their efforts in keeping the peace in the state and across the country. He stated that Oyo State has always been lucky to have committed service commanders and policemen who work round the clock to maintain security.
We've been very lucky here in Oyo State. Our service commanders, especially the police, because police, they are in front of everything that has to do with internal security. So if things are not going well, it's the police that will bear the brunt first. But in Oyo State, we have a solid team, and I want to publicly acknowledge that and say thank you.
On the Oyo and Osun boundary access issues, Governor Makinde assured that the state would support the police to maintain peaceful coexistence in the area concerned, while a peaceful resolution would also be sought on the boundary dispute between the two states. In his usual manner, Governor Makinde promised to make 2 Mitsubishi trucks and a carryo car equipped with communication gadgets available to the Police Zone 11 as soon as possible.
In an atmosphere of insecurity, nothing, absolutely nothing can be achieved. Security is so foundational, as the foundation for us to put any other thing on. So please, me, I don't do protocol, I don't do anything. If there are issues, just call me, and I will also check with the deputy governor, because they visited the place also, himself and the deputy governor of Osun. But we want people before the state creation, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. We will call our people to order and ensure that we do our own bit for peace to reign in that axis.
The event had in attendance top government functionaries and senior police officers from the zone and the Oyo State Command.